Stephanie, it's spring. The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming, and our dogs want to be treated as best as they can possibly be. So,
Of
what
course.
type of tips are there for treating your dog the way you need to, specifically to spring?
Well, the seasons are changing, and so allergies and environmental changes are a thing. Like pollen, grass, mold, these are all common triggers for dogs that have seasonal allergies. So you want to be watching for increased scratching, licking, red paws, watery eyes, sneezing, all the things that say that those things are starting to get to them. And be very careful that you are taking them to the vet if you are noticing signs that they need attention, like hot spots, ear infections, that kind of thing. There are things that you can do to keep mild allergies from escalating. That is something you should talk to your vet about. Everyone's going to give you a different recommendation, but there are some over the counter things that many vets will tell you you can use that will kind of help with your dog. But make sure you check with your vet. Shedding is happening. Okay. So you will start seeing little fur babies, not the ones with the four legs, but the ones that roll underneath the beds and that kind of thing. So make sure you're doing regular brushing. You want to make sure that that loose hair is getting pulled out, particularly those dogs that have the dual coats where the undercoat is happening. You do not want that to start matting. If your dog is one that needs a professional groomer, or even if it's just too much for you to handle, be sure to make sure that you are taking them regularly to the groomer. The brushing sessions with you, they can actually double as bonding time if you have conditioned your dog to enjoy the brushing. If your dog doesn't like brushing, you need to spend some time with that. Okay. So your dog should be able to just comfortably relax while you're brushing. And this is going to allow you to kind of check them for lumps and bumps and parasites so that you can get things treated quickly if they need to be. Fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, they start becoming active again. So you want to make sure that these prevention opportunities are being taken care of. You don't want your dog to get things like Lyme disease and heartworm because you haven't been giving them the parasite prevention that they need. Make sure that your products are up to date. Some people will pause during the winter months depending on what their climate is. So make sure that if anything that you have left over from before that pause is still up to date and good. And make sure that if you haven't already, that you get your stock in for the new year. You want to make sure you're checking your yard, making sure that you're keeping your grass trimmed, your standing water is at a minimum because these are all places where these parasites are going to gather. Okay. More outdoor activity, the warm weather's getting warmer. We're going to be spending some time outside with our dogs. That means that there's more risks to your dog, not just the bugs, okay? But, those walks and hike, they can expose your dog to different types of hazards, foxtails, toxic plants, pesticides, other animals. Making sure your dog has a solid recall is very important. Practicing your leash skills is very important. That's going to keep you safe in these outings that you want to start having with your dog. Also, make sure that you're carrying not just water for you, but water for your dog. And make sure that you're checking for paw injuries, such as, it's not so bad in the spring, but once the summer comes around, you want to make sure your dogs are not getting their paws burnt. Finally, there's going to be behavior shifts and energy bursts, right? Just like us, spring is here. We're going to be more active. This could mean that your dog might need a little bit of a refresher course on walking on a leash properly, the barking at things because now there's more people outside your house, being overly excited. Make sure that you're providing structured play, a lot of enrichment, short training sessions. All of these can help to channel your dog's energy. It can bring new triggers, kids playing outside, that kind of thing. So just, stay on top of it and remind your dog they've had a nice little pause over the winter months where things, apart from Christmas, have been a little bit sedate, and it's time to start recognize that there's more stimulation in that environment, but you still want to stay calm.
Sounds good. It sounds like a good plan for everyone, actually, whether you own a dog or not.
There you
Enjoy
go. There you
spring,
go.
stay calm,
Yes,
don't get ticks. I mean,
that's right.
good grooming is important for all of us.
Yes, yes, a little prevention goes a long way.
It does. It does. And hopefully everyone that's listened to this today got some really great tips. If you ever want to know anything more in detail, visit her website. There's tons of blog posts there. And also she has so many credentials. Just look at the show notes. If I tried to list them all, it would take another hour. She's happy to talk to you. She's happy to answer your questions. And we are just delighted to have you as part of the Be Happy channel, Stephanie. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Lee. Take
Talk to
care.
you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.